You are tuned in to Epic Adventure PPG. On this week's episode, we're going to check out the BGD Luna Paraglider and the SkyMax Paramotor. Stick around for my final thoughts and full review at the end of this video. I'm excited to share this with you. Let's get to it.
So I got to meet up with Luis Ruiz from Team Kamikazes, I believe, down here in Puerto Rico. So they were doing a bit of a shindig, a fly-in of sorts, and I saw it on Facebook. Thought they were doing this thing, and he's like, yeah, you can come down and mail me your paramotor, or you can bring your wing with you on the airplane and come down and fly with us. I told them I wanted to rent some gear, which I saw that on their website they did have gear for rent. So he's renting me some gear, threw a bunch of fuel in there. Behind me I got the SkyMax Paramotor. It has the Vittorazi 185. We'll talk about that a little bit, just my experience and impressions about this little bad boy back here. And above me, we got the BGD Luna. This is a 22 meter. We're just going to fly around beautiful Puerto Rico. We are in Isabela. All the names are so beautiful down here. We are staying in Carolina, and we are flying in Isabela. Oh, we are cooking downwind, that's for sure. Just trimmed in. Check this out. Haha, it does have 2D steering. Now we're at 543 feet. We're doing 25 mile an hour downwind, 23 mile an hour airspeed, 473 feet above sea level. Hip steering enabled, trimmed out. This SkyMax Paramotor is very comfortable. Vittorazi, I mean, the exact same throttle that I'm used to, although right-handed for the first time, so everybody saw that. First right-handed throttle, everybody. Not too bad. I got my launch on the first take, first try. Just kind of the wing up a couple times, just kind of lifted off the ground twice, and then I did a forward launch and took off. Just a handful of more steps, corrected the wing, slowly got up the motor, and man, but I wasn't even full throttle and this thing was up in the air on this 22. Yeah, I am loving this. Dude, this wing's rad. I am super happy that it has 2D steering. This motor is 53 pounds. And it's the Vittorazi 185, which I already said, and it is so much like my Parajet Maverick, the frame especially. The harness not so much. I definitely like that harness better, but this it feels very comfortable. Like, I could do this for hours. Like, I feel like I'm in a big swing. Like, my legs are normally flat. Like, it's got a good, hard, rigid seatboard. I don't even feel like I had to kick my legs up. Like, I just kind of lifted my legs a little, and I was in the seat. Probably even less so than with my Maverick. Kind of pinching my hand in a weird place that I'm not used to. Kyle was just talking about how he's a right-handed throttle guy because he's a motorcycle guy. I ride quads, I rode motorcycles for years. Maybe that's why it was easy for me to do the right-handed throttle. But at the same time, I really like having a left-handed throttle, and I think for several reasons. Because I played bass, and on a right-handed bass, your most active hand, which hits all the strings, is up here. On your left hand, that's where you're moving all up and down the fretboard. And I'm left-handed, which to me makes more sense that you're doing this on the left hand with guitar or bass. And because all cameras that you use, cell phones kind of go either way, but you click it with your right hand. So it makes sense for me to have a camera in my right hand. So the straps on this harness are a little loose, like I had to tighten everything all the way down, and I still felt like the thing was, a pair of overalls as compared to like a backpack or something. Super loose fitting, and I'm not as fond of these leg straps. Well, there was a little rise on the beach there. So they're just a little too cozy, but they haven't bought me a drink yet. This glider's pretty cool. The Luna. I'm being pretty easy with it. I mean, I don't have a reserve on this paramotor. Flying on a beach for the first time. You know, this isn't my paramotor or my wing. You know, I guess I'm being a little extra cautious. Yeah, that's so cool. Perfect throttle. Like steering with the weight shift. Saying hello to people. Gotta be careful of those fishing lines. I thought fishing poles in a bucket, but guess what? You don't see fishing lines. That looks way more complicated than this.
Some additional information on the BGD Luna. The color scheme of that red, orange, and yellow, that would be Viper. This is a full reflex paraglider, and the weight range is 80 to 130 kilograms. There were only two things that I didn't like about this paraglider. One of those was the trim tab grip. It was a two-fingered grip, which was pretty nice, but it seemed like it was built out of a cheaper plastic that may break or deteriorate over time. The other thing is the 2D steering toggles. They're a little bit higher than I like, just not a really comfortable position to be in to hang on to for a really long period of time. Out of all the paragliders that I have flown, being 6 now, this is my second favorite. So this one is definitely high in my book, and I highly recommend this paraglider. And now for the SkyMax Paramotor. The biggest advantage this thing has going for it is its price. You can get this thing fully loaded for less than $7,000 US. That comes with a Vittorazi Moster 185 Plus and your choice of harness. Speaking of the harnesses, I had a little issues with the harness that was on that paramotor. It was a little large for my size, but it also does come in two other options, being the APCO, which you can get in multiple sizes, and also the SUP Air. So if I were to get this paramotor, I would just get one of those other harnesses on it and get one that would fit my size a little bit better. I'd highly recommend the SkyMax Paramotor. If you're on a budget, this might be the right paramotor for you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below if you'd like to see future gear review and paramotor adventure videos. We'll see you on the next one.